If you've ever suffered from a migraine, you know that the pain can be so severe that it is downright debilitating, and it's often accompanied by awful symptoms like nausea, vomiting, and an extreme sensitivity to light and sound. Luckily, essential oils have many attributes that make them particularly well suited to offer migraine relief. They offer anti-inflammatory properties and the ability to cross the blood-brain barrier. Essential oils can also be used to address the underlying triggers of the migraine, in addition to providing symptomatic relief and comfort. For example, oils can be helpful for managing pain, alleviating panic, fighting nausea, and supporting relaxation and sleep. Migraines, interestingly, can be triggered by a number of factors. So to properly prevent migraines, it's really important to address the underlying root trigger of the problem. I'm going to discuss 12 of the key triggers for a migraine and how essential oils can be used to help nip them in the bud. So the first big challenge is poor brain drainage. The neck is a channel where toxins drain down and leave the brain, and if that channel is congested from poor lymphatic flow, the toxins don't leave the brain but instead recirculate, leading to inflammation and pressure that can be experienced as migraines. If you think of the body like a hydraulic system where congested tissue downstream prevents the flow upstream, the congested lymph vessels in the neck can kind of impede the drainage of the toxins from the brain. So then pressure builds up in the brain fluid, and that pressure is experienced as a migraine. To support brain drainage, you might consider our brain reboot kit. The lymph oil can also help move lymph fluid and reduce congestion, often relieving migraine symptoms. So you would apply the lymph around the sides of the neck and under the left clavicle, under the armpits. Parasympathetic blend can also help to detoxify the vagus nerve to reduce pain for better signaling. So you would put that right here. There are imbalances in brain chemicals like serotonin that can impede communication between nerve cells that help regulate the pain in your nervous system. So it can cause the narrowing of the blood vessels throughout the body, which can result in a migraine because the pressure builds up. There's some research that serotonin levels drop during migraine attacks, which may cause the trigeminal nerve, the nerves of the mouth, to release neurotransmitters that the brain experiences as migraine pain. So brain balance blends like hypothalamus and parasympathetic can help balance brain chemicals that reduce migraine pain. Lavender is also thought to help regulate serotonin levels to minimize the pain from the nervous system that triggers migraines. And serotonin is produced primarily in the gut. So if you balance the gut flora and help modulate serotonin production with the gut repair kit, that can help. Hormones, fluctuations in estrogen levels are often associated with fluctuating hormone levels and may explain why women are more likely to have migraines than men. There's some interesting research that suggests when estrogen levels rise and fall, contractions in the blood vessels may be set off, and this can lead to throbbing pain. There's also research that suggests that lower levels of estrogen make facial and scalp muscles more sensitive to pain, and this could be why women report migraines around the time of their periods, when estrogen levels drop, and also during pregnancy, menopause, or other periods of hormonal imbalances. So contraceptives and hormonal drugs can also trigger migraines. And if you want to balance hormones, you might consider the detox support kit, our hormone balance oil, or estrogen balance and adrenal balance blends. A fourth reason that contributes to migraine is poor brain circulation. Migraines can be a form of vascular headaches where the constriction of blood vessels both affect the blood flow within the brain and causes a pressure buildup in the brain, which further aggravates the migraine. So poor blood flow out of the brain adds to the increased pressure in the brain, which can be experienced as the pain of a migraine. Our circulation blend, which we apply right at the back of the head or around the neck, can open the vasculature and allow for drainage of blood flow. Also, the lymph blend can allow for lymph drainage, which helps relieve pressure and therefore alleviate the symptoms of the migraine. And both of these blends can be applied pretty generously, especially when you're in the midst of the migraine, because you really want to open up the neck channels. In addition, the powerful healing abilities of frankincense can be attributed to the ability to penetrate deeply into the brain and carry oxygen into the brain. There are a lot of studies that found that sequestrins, a natural compound found in frankincense, can increase levels of oxygen in the brain by up to 28%, helping to increase blood flow and therefore reduce pressure and lessen the pain of a migraine. The fifth contributing factor to migraines is toxic overload. So chemical sensitivity from an overload of toxins like heavy metals, pesticide, mold, all those things can contribute to pain sensitivity for migraine sufferers. Chemical sensitive people also presents as like a sensitivity to strong smells like perfume, paint thinner, or secondhand smoke, and it can also trigger migraines. If you support the organs of detoxification, like the liver, the gallbladder, the lymph, with essential oils, like those found in the detox support kit, it can help to alleviate the sensitivity to pain related to migraines. Number six, gallbladder challenges. A mild headache above the eyes is one of the indicators of gallbladder issues. In fact, in Eastern medicine, the gallbladder meridian traverses the part of the head where you feel a headache. So following that logic, anything that causes gallbladder dysfunction could cause a disruption in that meridian pathway and lead to a headache. So supporting the gallbladder with either the parasympathetic blend over the vagus nerve right behind the earlobe on the mastoid bone, which signals the gallbladder to release bile, or the gallbladder blend may help ease stress on the gallbladder meridian, and with it, the experience of a migraine. The gallbladder blend also contains chamomile, which is known to cross the blood-brain barrier and reduce inflammation and help to calm migraines. Number 7 reason is poor sleep. Our brain is dependent on sleep to detoxify. It's during sleep that the metabolic activity of our brain goes up 10 times, and research shows that neurons in the brain actually shrink by 60% to make room for the movement of the cerebral spinal fluid through our brain, which removes toxins and delivers oxygen. It's like a brain car wash. So the lack of restful sleep allows these toxins to build up and accumulate and contributes to brain inflammation and pressure, which can contribute to migraine pain. So to support healthy sleep, you can consider our circadian rhythm blend, which triggers the natural release of melatonin. Melatonin is the key hormone that helps us sleep. It's also a powerful antioxidant, which helps to detoxify the brain. Reason number 8 for migraines is stress. High stress triggers high cortisol levels, and that can result in chronic inflammation leading to migraines. So if you're under stress or pressure, stress headaches are kind of characterized as dull, constant pressure or pain, and the stress support kit, parasympathetic, adrenal, and hypothalamus oil can all help balance cortisol levels to reduce inflammation and contribute to migraine pain. Reason number 9 is sinus congestion. If you think about where the sinuses are, they're right here. And when the membranes of the sinus cavities become inflamed or swollen, there's pressure kind of in our forehead and on our face, and it can result in a sinus headache. So histamine balance and sinus support can help to alleviate the sinus pressure and relieve sinus-related migraine pain. Blood sugar imbalances, blood sugar dysregulation, and resulting high cortisol levels can result in chronic inflammation leading to headaches. So if we can balance the blood sugar with the blood sugar support kit, along with supporting the adrenals with adrenal to reduce cortisol levels, this can kind of reduce the underlying symptom of headache pain. Similarly, if we support the pancreas and the liver, we can help balance blood sugar and reduce these migraine triggers. Reason 11, traumatic brain injuries or other physical injuries. TBIs to the head and neck may provoke migraines. They can trigger an inflammatory response in the brain. Unfortunately, there is no off switch for inflammation in the brain. So a traumatic brain injury it's an injury in the brain. It causes inflammation. It can also damage the blood vessels in the neck and, result in poor blood drainage, which then causes pressure to build up, and we experience symptoms like migraines. The final thing is if any of the nerve fibers are damaged, signals from the nerves can misfire and lead to shooting pains. So our Reboot Your Brain kit can help balance the brain and support pain from traumatic brain injuries. Also, the parasympathetic blend on the vagal nerve behind the earlobe on the mastoid bone can help override those pain signals. Parasympathetic is also great in alleviating headaches and dizziness and nausea, both when you apply it behind the earlobe on the mastoid bone and on the temples. Reason number 12 is inflammation. So inflammation can dilate and constrict the blood flow within the brain, and repeated dilation and constriction can cause the nerve walls, which are super sensitive to pain, to stretch, and this results in the discomfort of a headache. There's a lot of research that demonstrates that inflammation contributes to migraines, and that elevated high sensitivity to C-reactive protein is a critical marker associated with inflammation. So if we can reduce inflammation, we can reduce the headache pain. So our anti-inflammatory blend includes several powerful oils with powerful anti-inflammatory properties. It's made of frankincense, dill, and ginger. So if you apply the anti-inflammatory blend at the base of the skull, like right in the back of the neck, or behind the ears, or back of the head, or nerve repair also applied to the very back of the head, it can help to ease inflammation and help you manage your migraine pain. I hope that some of these are helpful and help you alleviate headaches.
Hi, I'm Jodi Cohen, founder of Vibrant Blue Oils. Thank you so much for watching this YouTube video. Please don't forget to subscribe by clicking the circle at the bottom of this screen. And if you want to access more free essential oil trainings, just visit vibrantblueoils.com/YouTube. You can find this link in the video description. Thank you again.